Love, sex, desire, drama, lovers, and the others. And we talk about it all here on Relationship Rhetoric. Greetings and welcome to Relationship Rhetoric. I'm your host, unapologetically Angela, and I'm so excited about today's show. Everyone knows that I'm into signs, numbers, and wonders. And on our show today, we have Madam Nove of Intamate Galore. Welcome.
Hello, Angela.
We're going to start out just off the top. Tell us who Madam Nove is.
Well, Madam Nove is definitely an analytical analyst who deals in astrology, numerology, spiritual meditation, anything that's empowering to anyone who needs empowering, indeed.
Okay. What sparked your interest in astrology and numerology?
Well, it started when I was younger. My mother is a teacher, and she was an advocate of reading. And so she always was like, hey, here's the newspaper, read this. And so one day she picked up something and she was like, I'm a Gemini, read this. And so I read it. And then I was like, what about me? And she was like, you're a Pisces. And so that's just, ever since that day, every time that I would see it in a magazine, teen, I would pick it up and read it. And then my grandmother, she's a Capricorn, and she couldn't read or write.
Wow.
And so she dealt with energies and taught me how to get things that I wanted and needed by my conversation and my presence. And it just tied into astrology all the way around, those qualities.
Wow. Okay. So numerology?
Yes, definitely. Numbers play a big part in everything. So, definitely things that we go through, especially our moods and our cycles, a lot of times they can be tied to numbers, whether it's something financially or emotionally. A lot of times, if you just look into maybe the energy of the number, the day that it is, the month, the year, you can really see, what's going on. You can get ahead of it, actually.
Wow. Okay. So, how do you use your gifts in your personal relationships?
Well, indeed, I do. A lot of people get nervous. They get really nervous when they hear that I'm into astrology, or I ask them their sign, because I go beyond the sun sign.
Okay.
I look deep into the natal chart, and I look into the signs that are strictly for compatibility, like Venus and our Juno, and even our Mars when it comes to sex. And so, I'm a free spirit, so that intimacy factor is major to me. So.
Absolutely. Has it ever scared anyone off?
Yeah. A lot of people, they throw that block up, that wall where they're just like, everything that I say, they're just really picky and like, oh, did you read that about me? Or they're like, well, I'm not like this. My sign says I'm this way, but I'm really not. And so, and so that kind of turns me off.
Okay.
So.
Exactly. So then that leads me to our next question. How do you deal with naysayers or people who are picky when it comes to those things?
Well, we all have, our way of getting through life. Basically, we get all type of self-help,
Absolutely.
And so astrology is just a different type of avenue to take. I tell people all the time, there's several ways to make spaghetti, but if you're not familiar with cooking, me, and you have to go look up a recipe, you take upon that particular recipe and try it. And then you may meet someone else that says, hey, put a little this in your spaghetti. It tastes a little better. So with astrology, it's like knowing the basic ingredients, to yourself, but also to discover different things. Because again, like I said, astrology we evolve. So it evolves. It's a basic recipe, but it does evolve as we evolve. We have to be open to it. So it only can be helpful to someone who's open to it. That's anything, just like a basketball player. If you're not interested in sports, so if you're really interested in empowering yourself and getting to the next level and you're seeking some type of affirmation, astrology, numerology, and spiritual meditation.
Wow. Just random. So who's been your toughest client?
That's the interesting one to say. It's between Capricorn and Scorpio.
Okay.
Yes, because they're very strong individuals, period, on what they know and how to do. So sometimes, if you just, for instance, my ex is interesting, Capricorn. And when I first met her, she was totally against it. Totally against it. And she's probably watching. Um, but now she's almost better than me.
Wow.
And assessing people and, utilizing the energies. So, it took her a little bit. She broke it down. She seen my website. She was like, you need to do this and you need to do that. And then, it just kind of went from there. But I took her guidance because, again, Capricorns, if you ever need anything done, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, they're passionate about it and they go on their word. That's the important thing about the earth signs is they go on their word. So I took her advice and I did some things and changed my image a little bit. But I also changed her too, spiritually, opened
Beautiful.
up.
Okay, so how important is knowing your sign and others when choosing a mate or compatibility?
It is. First of all, knowing yourself, and what your sign is entitled to. A lot of times we try to play that down. For instance, I'm Pisces.
Okay.
So a lot of times I'm so mutable to where I could take on the characteristics of my partner and sometimes lose myself. So it's very important first to know yourself and your energies. And then, yes, of course, person may look good on the outside, may have a good career, may be good to his mother or, to her children. You may really like those particular qualities. But when it comes to the true compatibility of a soul union, then we really need to look into, again, when I was talking about that natal chart, we need to look deeper into like that actual soul journey to see if we're really, truly like compatible. And we're compatible with more than one person.
Right.
So we can't always, put ourselves in that box to say, I'm just trying to find my soul mate. Because we have soul mates. So, it's really interesting and, just being open to the connection. But astrology helps you with that, being open. For instance, Capricorns are usually good with Taurus, intimacy-wise. You have fun with them. So if you're at a point in your life, if you're a Capricorn, and you're really looking for fun and excitement and getting outside of yourself, a Taurus would be right up the alley for you. And Taurus will also respect your hustle, the need to stay grounded and have a safe home front and things of that nature because they're home loving too. But again, they like that fun factor. And then Virgo is another earth sign that is good for Capricorn. Again, dynamic partnership. So if a Capricorn is looking for business, if you're in that stage of your life where romance is maybe not that thing or, but you're looking for career, then hooking up with a Virgo. Also because Virgo's about service and they always want to do a good job. So, those are good ones. And, also air signs. They test the earth signs. So just knowing the elements, fire, earth, air, and water. Those are the elements of the signs. And so just knowing how those deal with each other,
Absolutely.
you can, it comes a little easier because people are like, I don't know nothing else about no other sign. But yes, you do if you know about the elements.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So.
Wow. So let's talk about Intimate Galore.
Okay.
What type of services does Intimate Galore offer?
Well, in astrology, I do full natal charts and exposure. I specialize in sex and relationships, so I like to, indulge in those type of charts. And I do singles and couples retreats, where I get people together and expose them to new areas of courtship, and engaging with the energies. As you asked before, how the signs actually help me. How is that going to help me if I just ask a person, what's your sign? Right. And they say Aries. And I'm like, oh, okay, then what? Then you know that you're dealing with a fiery person that has to be first and that likes to accomplish things and is very creative. So in turn, they also get bored fast. So again, my services provide you with empowerment towards what it is that you seek. And also in the law of attraction, because we have to take responsibility for what we attract.
Absolutely.
So, and also I do tarot readings, spiritual meditation, numerology charts, and I'm also a merchant. I sell astrology jewelry.
Oh,
so
nice.
I really enjoy that aspect too.
Nice. So how would they find Intimate Galore? How would they find you?
Well, I do have a website. It's intimategalore.com. I'm also on Facebook.
Okay.
I have the business page Intimate Galore, but I post a lot on my personal page, Nove Anderson. And I'm on Tumblr, in which I write risky type blogs, and I share experiences, intimate experiences that different signs have with each other. I'm also on Instagram at Madam Novi. And yeah, I'm out and about downtown Memphis all the time. I put out a newsletter each season also. And did you like it?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
okay, cool. I'm glad you did. Interesting, yeah. But yeah, and I also work at a boutique, Coversation.
Oh, sure,
And
downtown.
yes,
Yes.
she has a mobile boutique truck, and so we're going to be moving around. And
Okay.
yes, Intimate Galore will be in the mix.
Very nice. Okay, so say someone has gotten a numerology reading,
Okay.
and what are they supposed to do with it? What should they do next once they've received their number and they know what their path is?
Okay. There are several areas to numerology, and the life path is the most popular number researched. And once you have gotten your life path, then things start to kind of make sense to you. You kind of stop beating yourself up for certain things. You know, you're just like, okay, this is me. This is my journey. But there are all kind of numbers: the expression number, the destiny number, the soul number, and so you really have to know what it is that you're personally seeking it to manifest to you. And then once you get that, you know, you go forward with it. Just indulging in that particular type of energy, owning yourself, you know, being confident, letting go, relinquishing a lot of things. We're in the Virgo season currently, so we're in the harvest. And the title of the newsletter was Renegotiating the Harvest, because a lot of people have been having a tough time this year, yet experiencing some new things that they're proud of. So, yes, basically just taking ownership when you find that number out, and doing more research, you know, and learning all the numbers and knowing when to apply that. Certain numbers are applied. We're in different life cycles. Your life cycle changes each year. And just being aware of what that number means. And so, yeah.
Certain people say knowing your life path and knowing what phase you're in kind of takes the excitement out of life and things of that nature. How would you counteract that statement?
Oh, well, I guess just in the sense of like, yeah, we can know, you know, we can feel like we know, but then you don't know everyone's journey.
Right.
And so even if you are sure with yourself, there's still room and there's still excitement in knowing about other people, you know, and actually contributing to society in the way that you're putting good energy out there. Because, I mean, I've been doing astrology for a while, and I still read and engage with different astrologers, and I consider myself an analyst and not so much an astrologer the way that I, you know, indulge. And there's so much more to know. I haven't met one person in astrology that hasn't stopped learning. So when you feel like you know it all, it's something that you need to figure out about yourself now, because there's a barrier. And so, I mean, it's so much information out there. And even I thank my clients that I have now, because they take this journey with me, and it's exciting. It's really exciting to be exposed to different things. And even when people feel like, well, I don't want you in my business, or no, I don't want you to do my reading because I'm scared, I don't want to know, you know, things of that nature. It's kind of funny and interesting just to hear them say that. But I have a way, you know, I really feel like I have a gift of making people feel comfortable and also empowering them. And I really enjoy it. I do.
Very nice. Okay, so I'm a Capricorn. You've talked a lot about Capricorn. So share with me about my sign, compatibility, things of that nature.
Yes, ma'am. Well, Capricorn, your earth, very sensual, especially in your lovemaking. Regardless if it's a one-night stand or something that's been going on for 20 years, you have a particular sensuality about yourself, and a lot of people enjoy it. Capricorns tend to materialize a lot of things. They go through that stage in life where they work a lot or put a lot of focus on maybe what others think of them or expect of them. But it's a type of strength and example that a lot of people look up to. I'm not sure if you know that, but a lot of people,
I've heard that.
whether they know it or not, really look up to Capricorn and depend on you a lot. A lot of times Capricorn can take on too much. And and that's when, the turmoil kind of starts personally, is when you know you can achieve or you can accomplish, yet you feel tired and you want to rest. It's hard for Capricorn just to rest or to feel like, I'm just going to go away or I'm going to take myself out of this. But as far as compatibility, as I was stating before, when it comes to, I guess, pure romance, fun, I would say Taurus. I would also say Cancer, Aquarius, occasionally, intellectual type of intimacy, and Pisces. And the reason I say Pisces, again, with those elements, earth and water, sometimes that can make mud. That's not really a good situation, but also mud can be a little fun too.
Yes, I made mud pies. Okay.
So it's interesting. But for business, I would say, definitely like Virgo and Gemini and Leo. They fuel you guys.
Who should I stay away from?
Away. It's hard for me to say that because I don't, because again, I go deeper than just the sun sign.
Gotcha.
So, but I would say a heavy influence of maybe like Scorpio and sometimes Sagittarius, like they kind of keep you guys stagnant in a sense, lead you down a few paths in which, later on you're just like, But it is a particular type of experience to have, but it doesn't really support the energies of Capricorn like the rest. And Aries. Aries give Capricorn a lot of problems just through my research and dealings with people. But that is a learning experience. Any sign, any person you're with, again, you have to take responsibility for your energy because you attracted that.
Absolutely.
And so, yes.
Absolutely. Capricorn.
So what would you say your most, look, I'm reversing
the
thing. What would you say would be the sign that you get the best vibrations from?
Well, right now I'm feeling a lot of great energy from Cancers. I've encountered quite a few, and it's balancing, like you were saying about Capricorn. I'm always strong. I'm always thinking about something. I'm always on the go. So to have interaction with a person who balances me and lets me know it's okay to have fun and let go of things has been amazing. It's been interesting, though. You talked about Scorpios, and Scorpios, I used to interact with them, and it's draining, It's pulling, and it's like butting heads, So I don't ever want to feel like at the end of the day I'm completely drained with nothing left to give myself, my children, so forth and so on. So definitely right now I'm on high vibrations with the Cancers.
That's very interesting. Cancer is actually your opposite sign, meaning that it's on the opposite wheel of the zodiac. And a lot of qualities that they have, you lack. Not that that's a bad thing, it's a good thing. Being that, again, that you just said it, just, balancing you out, a good mesh of things. Again, that water and earth thing, it can be very tantalizing and refreshing at the same time.
Absolutely.
Cancer. They got you with those clever words.
I know, right?
Okay, Cancer. So they're nurturing. They're nurturing in their own way. Like they know how to listen. And even in the essence of their hugs or them preparing food, the small gestures, Cancer, they love to feel appreciated because they really, put in that effort to be appreciated. Like they don't mind, going the extra mile sometimes or doing something romantic. They can be some romancers indeed. Yes, so if you're looking to experience Madame Nove and astrology, please contact me at intimategalore.com, Or you can hit me up on the email, which is intimategalore@gmail. I'm on Instagram at Madam Nove. And yeah, Tumblr, all the Twitter. Oh yeah. Yeah, just Google Madam Nove. And yeah, I'll be happy to service you.
So, share some words of wisdom with our audience about people who may be afraid of dabbling into the wonders of the world and how they would benefit from it.
Well, indeed, everyone has their own song, their breath, the way we breathe, the way we exist. And we must learn to listen to that rhythm and embrace it to the fullest in anything we indulge in, whether it's religion or your work environment, your family. So when you think of astrology, just think of it as something that's going to help you to, get a better understanding and to feel more confident in handling day-to-day situations. If you know that person's sign, you know how to talk to them, you know things they like and don't like. I mean, as far as intimacy, it's great not to say, hey, if I date this Aries guy and he has this size or he performed this way, that the next one will. But initially, you will find yourself experiencing some of the same motions or positions or things of that nature. So once you get in tune with yourself, you can quickly identify these things. And also engaging with someone as myself that can kind of, ease you in it, and send you nice things, through your email or meet with you for that drink so that you can, what we call rant or, just get certain things out. And I guarantee that once you leave me, I'll have you on a whole nother level, of accepting and feeling stronger. I love astrology. It helps me feel stronger.
Absolutely.
Indeed. So.
Absolutely. Anything that connects you with the universe and stars and things you can't physically touch, but you feel it.
Yes.
How can you not?
Yes.
How
indeed.
can you not?
Indeed. Just listen to that song, your breath, your movements, your daily activities. And when you want to know more or you want a stronger connection with those things, seek astrology. Be confident in your journey. And definitely allow me to come in and to smooth things out and to expose different terms and even rituals to practice. With my astrology jewelry, I deal in the crystals. And in the tarot readings, it also reveals a lot of things and exposes us to our thoughts, because that's the cool thing about tarot. It is that law of attraction thing and exposing us to, the things in which we already feel and think, and changing those things to benefit us better. So definitely relax. Look at it like looking up a new recipe or going to visit a new location, traveling across the world. You don't know when you go to those places, but a few places you want to visit, tourist attractions. So look at astrology that way and just kind of pit stop with yourself and then sightsee with other signs and energies.
Beautifully put. Beautifully put. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The amazing Madam Nove. Check her out, Intimate Galore.
Yes.
Please, if you haven't, just for the risk of it, you will be amazed. You will be amazed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our notion for today is, if you ever are in doubt or looking for answers, look at the stars.
Indeed.
Peace, love, and enlightenment. Love, sex, desire, drama, lovers, and the others. And we talk about it all here on Relationship